All right, T-Town.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hey, we got your son here.
Hi, Nick.
Hiya, Nick. Hiya, Mandy. Mandy and I have been having a nice conversation before the show.
Aw, that's nice.
She was at Disney 2 years ago. Was at Not So Scary, Walk On to Everything, and except for Mine Train, which of course is always busy. Hey, Jim, nice to
Hi,
have you
Jim.
here. So, oh, and there we go. We got Rachel here. I'm going to be ninja watching for a bit, but I'm here. I hope everyone is well. Sweet. Good to have you here,
Hi,
Rachel.
Rachel.
And Michelle the quilter. Hello.
Hi, Michelle.
Isn't that great music? I love it too.
I know.
Makes me miss the great movie ride. Well, thanks everybody for being here. We're pleased as punch, and we got a great show planned. We're getting down there, Mary Ellen. We are down to like the final 8 attractions for the most inspiring
Hi,
attraction.
Janie.
Janie B. Hiya, Janie.
And then have you been thinking about the future, what the next bracket's going to be?
I mean, I'm thinking that that suggestion of board games.
Board games. I couldn't remember what that was. Yes, board
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, Jim. I have something about that later, but yes, please. We're hearing that it's going up in it could get to be a category 4. You've heard this?
games. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, take care, Jim, and all of our Floridian friends. I think we should go ahead and get this show rolling.
Let's do it.
All right. How do you like that?
I love that thumbnail. I really
Isn't it?
do.
That's an AI generated again. I plugged the Freddie in there, but yeah, to me this looks like one of those extravagant home theaters, like
Yeah,
somebody. And I said, put old classic movie posters on the walls.
that is really cool.
Isn't that nice?
Uh-huh.
I liked it too. All right, Marielle, no pressure. Oh, let's do our little intro. Okay, guest host question is a little bit different tonight. We're going to have, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I like that thumbnail as well. All right, this is word association time. Okay, I'm going to give you a word, and you have to tell me the first word that comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
All right. When I say the word, all right, I want it quick. Here we go. Here comes the word swimming.
Cool.
Pool, okay. Now the next word is, how about Epcot?
Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth. All right, I like them both. Now I'm going to tell you where I was going with this. Swimming at Epcot. Does that make you think of anything?
That new Moana thing.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, this is where I was going with it.
Ah, Jeff.
How many of you saw Jim swimming at Epcot? You saw, right?
Jim or Jeff?
Jeff. I'm sorry, did I say Jim? Jeff.
No, I missed that.
Yeah, he was definitely swimming. Hiya, Dave. Nice
Hi,
to have
Dave.
you here. Yeah. Um, yeah. So there you go. This is like a word association with a little twist at the end. So I give you 2 words and then I combine them and see what you think of.
Ah.
All right. Well, maybe that one will be short-lived.
That was like a psych quiz or something.
Jim said water for swimming. And now, oh, I'm on the wrong thing here. Water. Okay. Dave, nice to have you here. And Nathan is saying hi to himself. Hiya, Nathan. Too bad Jeff wasn't here. He'd remember. Okay. It's time for our questions. And I think I am going to shake up this section of the show a little bit in the future. But for now, it's the same. Question number 1. Mary Ellen, would you rather live in the tropics or the mountains?
The tropics.
How come?
Um, Like, I would like to be in the mountains during the summer, but once it
Yeah.
gets to where it's, snowing every day and it's freezing, I just don't enjoy that.
You know what? As I'm getting older, I would have said mountains easily before. I might still say it, but I kind of agree with you. I don't necessarily want the drastic weather changes.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I love visiting the mountains. I'm just not sure I want to live there. But
right.
I think I'm 50-50. Okay, well, what do we got here? Nathan says the tropics. Now, your son says the mountains are more peaceful to me and can be there longer, but beach is better in small doses to me. Okay.
Yes, he does enjoy the mountains.
Michelle is tropics. She likes when it's warm. Yes. Jim, tropics. I kind of already do. Yeah. Right. Righto. He lives there. Janie B also with tropics. All right. Well, that makes sense. All right. Well, very good. Now we are moving on. What? All right. I hope this question makes sense. What is different about 2024, today, than you would have guessed when you were young? I mean, what did you expect?
Honestly, I expected it to be like the Jetsons at this
I know.
point. Because when
Ex-
I was young and I did watch the Jetsons, I thought, oh, you know, that's far out. And, this would be far out.
Yeah, definitely Jetsons. I agree with you. And then there was a movie called Future Shock. I don't know if anybody saw that. You're the only one right now is probably in my age category. Do you remember that show, Future Shock?
No.
It was a movie about the future. And what I remember distinctly about it was when you woke up in the morning, you plugged something into your side and you immediately woke up. But everything was going to be great in the future, right? We were going to have all of our problems solved. Um, yeah, and to Jim's point, I expected more household service robots,
Yes, like the Jetsons.
very much like the Jetsons. Um, and so, yeah, you thought they were going to have problems solved, and it would be hard to argue. Is there more problems now or back when we were kids? I almost feel like now. So cool. Well, all right. I think we agree. And then finally, in what season are you the busiest?
The spring.
And the
At work,
reason?
we do year-end reporting
Mm,
in the spring into the summer. So the spring.
hmm Yeah. I hadn't thought about work as much. I was thinking about at home, and I take on a lot of projects in the summer. This year fixing the deck and painting and uh, just a number of things. All right, what did Michelle say? I agree with Jim, but then we do have Alexa. Well, that's true. That makes our grocery list and turns our lights on and off in certain rooms. Well, yeah, that's right. We have the door ring thing where we can see people at our door. That's kind of cool.
That's true. I use it all the time.
Yeah.
But we don't have like a Rosie the robot that goes around and brings us food and makes us
Yeah.
dinner and
In the Star Trek, you just that panel would open and your dinner would be right
I
there.
know.
So at home, Jim's summer, at work, obviously autumn for him. Jim is a teacher. Autumn is probably very stressful for teachers. Well, good. We've gotten through our questions, and keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. But I'm going to move on. Okay. It's all about the music.
It is.
Michelle says we're busier at home in the spring and summer working in the yard. We are retired. Oh, really? Okay. I'm almost there, Michelle.
We want to be.
Well, we want to be. We're getting there. They keep raising the age. Okay, well, let's see what our Disney question is. Oops, I didn't do that right. Okay. Oh, well, it's not that controversial. Road Trip Dave was kind of chatting about this. Disney Plus prices increasing to $16 for the ad-free tier, I believe at the end of this month, which is more than double what it was at the launch. Are you going to pay for it?
Well, one of my kids pays for it, so I'm the beneficiary, but I text them today and I said, "Hey, if you don't it's not going to bother me if you want to cancel it after the increase."
Yeah, it's kind of like at this point, what are we paying? Well, I'm not paying. I don't have it, but is it 12 or is it 13? What is it right now?
I don't pay it
Yeah,
either.
you're not paying it either. So you're like, well, $4, whatever, isn't going to break me. But at the same time, the principal starts, you know, what do you pay for what's a Peacock or what do you pay for Netflix? I don't think any of them are as expensive as this is going to be.
Nick had a good take on it. I earlier, if you're still there, Nick, put in what you told me. I don't know if he is or not.
Okay. Well, Nick, we're waiting for your take on it.
He had a take on it.
Okay. Well, how about anybody in the chat? Okay, here we go. First off, Nick's answering this question. Busiest this time of year and fall. Okay. Janie B says, I'm not subscribed, but that's quite an increase. It is. The streamers, says Nick, bait and switched customers. Is that what you're talking about, Mary
Yeah.
Ellen?
Yeah. And he's not talking just Disney, he's talking across the board,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
the different streaming platforms that they have.
I finally discontinued Peacock just because I felt like there was too many ads, although I'll probably get it eventually again. And I'll probably let go of Netflix here. We have Amazon Prime, probably always have that. Jim's going to pass on that price. And Nick says low starting prices and trials to get people subscribed. Yeah. So I have an email, or I've been getting this email from Disney this week, last few weeks saying, hey, we'll give you 3 months at $2 a month. And then, of course, it'll go to 16.
Right.
I can wait for the whole season of Mandalorian to be released so I can watch it all in 1 month. Did I just not say this?
That's true.
I did. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to binge Mandalorian for once it's done. Boy, thinking alike. Okay. Nick likes that approach. And the thing is, they can't go back to that contract kind of model. Nobody's going to do that anymore. I should
No.
say very few people that you aren't going to commit to a year of something at those kind of prices.
No.
So I think Disney's probably, I don't know, they talk very positively about Disney Plus, but I don't think it's as good as they're saying.
I don't watch it hardly at all.
Yeah. I mean, really, if you think about it, if you're just Disney crazy and you want the digital copy of all those, well, that is kind of a way to do it. But for me, I hardly would buy any of them digitally. I have Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. All right. Let's go on.
Who is it this week?
Yes, that is the question. Who is it? This week, the question is Mark Langenkamp. He's not here.
No.
Favorite sport is college football.
True.
Okay, true. Thank you, Nick. Mark Langenkamp. Janie B says false.
Okay, you probably know him better than I do, Janie.
Jim says true. Don't have a lot of people here tonight. We need all your votes. All right. True says Jim. And true says Mary Ellen. False says Janie. All right.
You know the
Well,
answer, Dean?
I have a thought. I don't for sure. No, I do not. Michelle says true. Rachel says false. Nick says true. It's kind of split. Um, but I think we have pretty much all of our votes in. So, yes, I'm also going to say true. Based on something I had noticed, I'm going to say I think it's true. But I don't know the answer. All right. So I did reach out to Ron. I haven't heard back. So I do not have any confirmation of their least favorite park. All right. We're on to this. What country has the youngest legal age to drink beer? Is it Germany? Is it Burkina Faso? Or is it Nara?
Oh my.
Come on, Sherlock. Let's put.
I know what I want to say,
Yeah.
but I think it's too obvious.
Well, I mean, based on your inquisitive, your intellect. Okay, here we have a guess. Janie B saying Burkina Faso. I might have spelled that wrong, but Michelle's saying Germany. Nick is saying Nara. Got all three covered.
I was going to say Burkina Faso too.
Okay, and you and Janie B,
We think alike.
you think alike. All right. Well, any other guesses before I reveal the answer?
I did want to say Germany though, because that seems obvious.
Yeah.
But
Jim's going to say Nara because why else would you have that location to be an option? That's kind of the thinking here was, but I'll explain better.
that's so true.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think most of the guesses are in. Rachel, were you going to throw in a guess? All right. And the answer is okay, I spelled it wrong. Burkina Faso. Yes, in West Africa.
Way to go, Janie.
Hey, okay, Rachel did say Germany. And Tim, hey you Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Said China, although that wasn't one of our choices. That's a fine guess. Burkina Faso in West Africa is the youngest legal age to drink beer at 13 years old. In neighboring Mali, the legal age to drink beer and wine is 15 years old. So way to go, Janie B. Way to go, Mary Ellen. And so to Jim's point, the reason I put Nara on here, which I had never heard of, is because once I put Burkina Faso in there with Germany, I thought, well, you're obviously going to think it's Burkina Faso over Germany, or why would I put it? So I threw a tomfoolery into here.
A double curveball.
I did. Hey, well, I'll take that.
I do feel a lot better when you say that, Tim.
Yeah, me too. All right. Nice to have you all here, by the way. Okay, we're moving on. Movie quotes. Now, remember, with movie quotes, what I decided to do was to have 2 each week. The first one is generally going to be faster, and the second one will be a little bit slower. So, with that in mind, I need to come up with a good intro for it. But here we go. Movie quote, line number 1. Mary Ellen, raise your hand as soon as you know it. Okay, right away. And Mary Ellen's got it. I know she was going to get it. But here we go. Janie, come on. I think you know this one. Thank you, Tim. Too easy, says Tim. I know. This one is meant to be fast.
Hand.
Hand,
Michelle, you
hand
can answer,
Michelle.
Michelle. I'm the only one that has to raise my hand.
Well, Michelle will give you credit because we know you know it. So I think people are too insulted on this one. I think it's like too easy. And maybe it's just too hard to type in. But yes, Michelle the Quilter came in just before. Oh, we got John here. Hello, John.
Hi, John.
Nice to have you here, and Jim as well. Honestly, Nick, you guys all got it almost simultaneously, but in my chat, Michelle the Quilter first, A League of Their Own. Yes, Babe Ruth. It wasn't exactly Babe
It's the
Ruth,
same genre,
but the same
but
genre. Yes. Nice to have you here, John. Okay, now we go on to the tougher one. Oops, I got to show the picture. Of course, Tom Hanks. And now we go to the tougher one, Mary Ellen. Raise your hand again if you get it right away. Otherwise, look puzzled or something. Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking.
this is real. Like,
Okay. Yeah, I usually can tell. Okay. All right. Oh, Tim. Yeah, I think Tim is it's just too easy for him tonight. Yes, it's from The Wizard of Oz. Correct.
oh yeah,
I can't even remember. Was it the Scarecrow who said it? Jim also got it. Or was it
the Tin
Dor?
Man saying it to the Scarecrow, right?
Maybe you're right. I was trying to think, was it Dorothy or um, you might be right. It seems like the Tin Man.
They were always kind of sparring with each other.
And here's a bonus thought. Don't you miss Great Movie Ride? I mean,
Yes.
come on, that scene in
Yeah.
the with the Wizard of Oz. Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Wah, wah.
Oh,
Oh, Tim said it was Dorothy.
okay, it was Dorothy. Yeah, that sounds right. Yep. Thank you, Tim. Hey, what the? Oh my goodness. Mike and Jen from
Jen and
Our Theme
Mike.
Life. Man, I was just thinking about you guys. I was thinking about baseball, and Mike was
Mike's a
I
big
think
fan.
I don't know, he was a semi-pro, right? I believe he played like minor league baseball or something. Anyway, haven't seen. John says haven't seen it in 40 to 50 years. Yeah, probably. Did it come out in the 30s? I believe it did. Janie B loved Wizard of Oz. Wow, it's good to see you.
Good.
You froze up a little bit there, Mary Ellen. Michelle says we missed the great movie ride. Our kids loved it too. Oh, so good. I hate to slam on Mickey's Runaway, and it's a fine ride. It's just not a great movie ride. Oh, guess what? Tim is clarifying. It was the
So the
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow said it about himself?
Really? Huh. I didn't really look it up. Hmm. I'm still pleased as punch to see our theme life here. Do you know when I start? So I just gonna divert a little bit here, but when I started the live place, there's now over 200 channels in the live place. Our theme life was one of the first five, I think. So there was Resort TV One, and there was Viapree, and there was Our Theme Life, and Magical News Live, and who am I forgetting? Maybe a Disney Life for me, I think. Anyway, good to see you.
They're coming back.
Good. I hope you guys go live. We're trying to be more involved with the community. Yeah, they've been very busy. They have a young family, and so we understand. All right. Moving on. Time for a movie review. Mary Ellen and I. Where's Lisa?
Yeah.
I want to make
Lisa.
sure she didn't watch it.
Oh, they may be preparing for the hurricane.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, just that.
Just that. Just a category 4 hurricane.
Yeah.
Uh Dean and Mary Ellen have been some of our biggest supporters from day one. Love them. Thank you, Mike. When they went live, honestly, I do remember being one of the first people to join that back in the good old days.
Yes.
All right, Mary Ellen, Freddie as FR07.
Okay. Disclaimer, you know, it's nothing. I hope Freddie wasn't nicknamed after this frog because it was the weirdest animated movie I've ever seen. Like it started out very cute and I was kind of intrigued and I was kind of like, this could really be fun. And then it got really dark. Like the cute part was cute. And then when they did the dark part, oh man, like it went overboard
Yep.
dark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this doesn't even jive. Like it doesn't, it's all over the place. And so I stopped watching it after 42 minutes. And I'm surprised I lasted that long, really. And I gave it a 3. It was horrible.
Only a 3. Janie's
Yes,
laughing.
Janie. If you watched it, it was kind of scary to me.
Yeah. Yeah. The snake.
That's just, yeah.
The snake was horrible. Just horrible.
It was, and it had a cute little Nessie on there. She was adorable. And then
Yeah.
the snake just ruined it all. It was just awful.
Well, I don't think Rachel watched it. I kind of recommended she consider skipping it. Um, but okay, Mike says we plan to start going live once a week very soon. Once we upload all our vlogs from our last trip. Oh,
Oh,
cool.
yay.
That would be great. Michelle, oh no, you watched it. We are so sorry. I saw
Oh,
Tim as the
no.
movie just before the live stream. It was so weird. I may just go back just to see it all. You know what? Okay, I'm going to give you my review here. The reviewers are very confused. Okay,
I could get that.
so you may be surprised to see my 5 there, and I'm going to explain why I gave it a 5. But first off, notice that I said up top, not a family movie. This is not a family movie. They did some stuff over the top. I don't know how far in, but
Well, how
definitely
long did you watch it?
the whole thing.
Oh, did you speed through it?
No, I watched the whole thing, and I'm going to explain why. And I knew this part would probably surprise you. So first off, Mary Ellen is right 100%. Weirdest movie I've ever seen, and what they did was they geared it for everyone. I think animated, geared for young, tried to make it for adults, and in the end, they made it for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
What you might not have known is that this, at one time, was the biggest box office failure of an animated film ever. And it gets even more interesting. The biggest name in this movie is Ben Kingsley. I believe he played Freddie,
Well, did you
right?
see Boy George was in it too?
Yeah, Boy George. But Ben Kingsley, was he the voice of Freddie? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Or the narrator. I don't know. Well, anyway, maybe he's the narrator. So, okay. So my last sentence there, I got to quantify. That said, and I do like to catch the comments here when I can, since we're so happy to have Mike here. Huge thanks to Mary Ellen helping us get a certain baseball card autographed. I know who that was.
It's my pleasure, and if you get another one, I'll do it again.
He was great.
A different year, a different, he loved doing it.
Oh, he's a nice guy. Can we ask his name? It's okay to say it, right?
Yeah, Charlie O'Brien.
Yeah.
He was part of the Braves World Series champion team.
Mary Ellen had him on her show.
We grew up together, so it's no big deal. He'd do it anytime.
How nice. All right. Yeah, Janie, Ben Kingsley. He was in, and so here's the funny interesting thing about, okay, so Michelle said Ben Kingsley was Freddie and James Earl Jones was the narrator. That's right.
Oh.
Can you believe this?
No.
Those two names. And so This is why I gave it a 5, and I said it's very creative and it's very creative and unpredictable. You could not predict one thing that was going to happen next in that movie, and I like that. I wish that it was a good movie because the writing was like they said, okay, where does everybody go with this? Because when I watch movies, I'll be honest, I feel like I can guess a lot of movies, right? Even though if they think they're trying to be clever, say, "Oh well, the underdog's always going to win," and this is, you can guess where things are going. In this movie, you could never guess a bloomin' thing.
No.
It was weird, and if they had made it family friendly and they had made a good story, then I would have loved this movie.
Yeah.
I was intrigued enough to watch the whole thing. It was definitely over the top, um, and it was not appropriate for children.
Wow.
Um, and by the end, Mary Ellen, you're lucky you didn't watch it. That snake had done so much hideous laughing, and then the guy she was working for, he laughed all the time too. It got so old. But
Yeah, I didn't like him.
uh,
He was weird too.
love Charlie. I have so many memories of him with the Braves, team with the 90s. Thanks again, Mary Ellen.
Oh, you're very welcome, Mike.
Every time I hear James Earl Jones' name, I think Legend. Oh, was he in Legend? Or he was a legend.
Yeah,
One of the two.
both.
Yeah. All right. Well, next week we are doing The Mouse That Roared with
Okay,
Peter
this
Sellers.
could be fun, guys. It's Peter Sellers. He plays all the parts.
Peter Sellers was the Pink Panther, if you didn't know. So, this was actually before the Pink Panther. This movie was released in 1959.
He looks
So,
really young.
oh, he was young. And yeah, I'm already over halfway through it.
Ah!
Sorry, I'm getting a jump on things. Okay, well, guys, here we are. This segment. Oh, I'm gonna put. All right. I believe tonight's is. Yeah, Janie, it's not the Mickey one.
No,
Or the mini one.
neither.
Okay. Tonight's question is, what year did Nevada become a state? No cheat. Obviously, I remind everybody, no googling. We want to have just a guess. You can be way off. We don't mind. But in what year, Marilyn? I think you need to lead the way here. uh,
Uh, so Oklahoma was 1908, I think.
okay. Jane says 55.
I would
Okay.
think.
Mike is saying 1869. Okay. No clue.
I'm going to go 1901.
1901. 1850 from Jim. All right, guys. I'll give it another minute here. When were the last two states, Hawaii and Alaska? They were in the, what, 60s, 70s?
50s.
Maybe. 1938 says John.
Oh.
We got a wide range here. Your son, Nick, he says 1890. You said 1901. Interesting. I don't even remember the exact year. I have a pretty good idea who's close. And Michelle says 1890.
Wow, you and Nick are spot on.
Yeah. All right. Two 1890s. All right. I think we're going to reveal the answer. And the answer is 1864.
Wow.
Mike, what a
was
guess.
pretty close.
Yep. 5 years off. Very good. Am I
Good
right? My
job.
math? Yeah. Nice guess. 1864. On October 31st, 1864, President Lincoln proclaimed
Wow.
Nevada as mission to the Union. Isn't that something? Were they gold mining there? I do not know,
Yeah,
Janie.
I would. That's what kept going through my head, Janie. I was thinking they're going to make them a state before they made Oklahoma state because they were mining gold out west.
Yeah.
They'll want a cut of it.
Well, Mike, see, you come back, and now look at that. You're on top of this game.
You're doing good, Mike.
Mike, I hope no pressure, but we're about to. Well, wait till I get there. How about that? I'm an idiot. Bonus question: when did Las Vegas begin its gambling empire? What year?
Well, I'm going to say before they became a state because people were there mining gold. They probably took advantage of that and had some gambling. Does it have to be organized gambling?
Yes,
Oh,
legalized. Legalized. Sorry,
legalized gambling.
I didn't ask that really well. Legalized gambling in Las Vegas. Yes. Nick says 48. Janie says 20s. John says 1920.
1930.
1930 says Mary Ellen, as does Nathan, or says 30s. Mike going 1914. Jim with 1948. Good guesses, everybody. All right. I will make the answer known as the answers finally trickle in. The answer is actually 1931. Look at that. And Mary Ellen and Nathan,
Woo woo!
you guys are both a year off. We'll give you the benefit on that one, Nathan. All right.
Way to go, Nathan.
Nice job. The first club was called the Northern Club. And soon other casinos were licensed on Fremont Street, such as the Las Vegas Club and the Hotel Apache. Probably all gone. All right. What movie? Ooh, this I should give you some warning. I gotta do an intro for the movie. What movie? And Mary Ellen, if you do know it immediately, just give me the little hand. You do. Okay.
I think.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, let's give everybody a second. Jungle Book says, Mike. It is not Jungle Book.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was thinking it was, Mike.
Yep. I'm
And
glad
John?
I'm glad I put this picture first because I had a feeling this would maybe throw you off a little bit, but this is an actual picture from the movie. Life of Pi says Nick. That's a good guess, but it is not it. The Lion King says Nathan. It is not the Lion King. Tarzan says Janie B. It's not Tarzan.
Oh.
Life of Pi says Mike as well. Nope. Is this a 007? Oh, I believe he's right. I believe there is a tiger in a is it Live and Let Die or one of the Roger Moore movies, but it is not James Bond. Tarzan says Michelle. Okay. Good. I think this next picture is going to give it away. What are you laughing about? Did I miss something?
No, you're so excited that nobody's guessed it yet.
I know. I'm a little kid. Star Wars. Nice. Okay, here we go. This is where I look intently at Mary Ellen. Does she have it? She's not sure.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Apocalypse Now. Never get out of the boat. Right. Live action Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. Oh, actually, Janie, that might be right. No. I'm not.
What?
I'm an idiot. Tigger. What am I thinking? It's not Winnie the Pooh. I was trying to think, was there a similar scene? Okay, Mike stumped. You'll get it, Mike. You will. Jim, very good guess, but that is not it. Seventh Voyage of Sinbad Frozen 3, says Mike. Nope. Nathan is stumped. Okay. I am super excited when I can put it off for Temple of Doom. That I get that guess, but that is not it. Okay. Next scene. Oh. Does that jar any memories?
Um,
And if you do know, give it just a second. That did look like a Sinbad scene. I agree 100%, but it's not it. Ah, Jim's got it. Yeah. And Rachel was on the right track here, but it was Swiss Family Robinson. The two dogs. Nathan says the Grinch. No, it was not Treasure Island, Mike, but that's a very understood guess. Very similar movies, I think.
yeah.
By the way, have you ever listened to Treasure Island on radio, like audio? It's great. It's one of the best stories. Anyway, well, Jim got it. Swiss Family Robinson. Thank you, Jim. I'm pleased when I can do that.
He gets giddy, Jim, when
Ah,
he gets to the third picture and nobody's guessed it.
my family would be so ashamed of me. Oh, Dad.
No, they wouldn't. They'd be going, yeah.
Okay, I like that thought. And then finally, the
Um,
infamous tree house. Yes, I think I even got another picture in here if I remember right. Oh yeah, Swiss Family Robinson, a good movie. YouTube has a lot of free audiobooks. Oh, I did not know that. All right, good job, Jim. All right, we're down to the end of the night, and actually, I do have a hot topic, but so for Mike, who's hasn't been here, we have been having a bracket challenge for the last 12 weeks. We put virtually every Disney attraction in Florida against each other, and we voted for the most inspiring attraction, one at a time. So put one against another, and we are down to the final 8. And so we're going to have 4 votes tonight. Nathan, I found that doing a poll. I got a cough. Sorry, hold on. Are you hearing any weird audio stuff?
no.
Okay, good. I'm hearing something. So we're going to, Nathan, I found that doing the polls was not only hard for me to do, YouTube does not save the polls. I did not know that. So that one night, all that work I did, it was
Oh,
pointless.
no.
Yeah, and I really needed it too. But anyway, I figured
So
it
is
out.
this not really the accurate rides?
These are accurate.
Okay.
You can trust.
Just want to make sure.
That's a good question. All right, so we're going to vote. Which attraction do you think is more inspiring? Not necessarily your favorite, but it could be. Which attraction is more inspiring? Phantasmic or Living with the Land? And Mary Ellen, is normal. We turn to you first.
I'm going to go with Living with the Land because of the hydroponics. And when that was first introduced into Epcot, I thought that was the most creative, innovative thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I get why people say Phantasmic.
Oh, yeah. So Janie B, Phantasmic, Jim, Living with the Land. Mike says, that's funny you mentioned the bracket challenge. We were just discussing doing an updated Disney bracket on Pub Talk with Adams Land, Rob Fuzz, and Brandon. That would be great. Okay, well, but we still need your vote, Mike. Which attraction is more inspiring? Michelle says Living with the Land. Nathan's going Phantasmic. So we have your Living with the Land. That's 1, 2, 3 to 2. And I'm going to make it 4-2. No shocker. Rachel's saying it's a tie. Oh, come on, Rachel. You got to go. You got to go with one or the other. 4-3. Nick first is saying fantastic. Then he's saying Tasmic. We know what you mean, Nick. I like TASMIC. That's a good abbreviated way. Mike's saying, I say living with the land because it seems to be inspiring more on the environmental educational side. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have 3 Phantasmics and 5 living with the lands, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5-3. Any last votes, folks? Come on. We haven't seen all the votes yet. Rachel, I feel like you should commit. She's going Phantasmic. Ooh, we're 5-4. So if somebody wants to rock the boat, come in with a Phantasmic.
That's usually Lisa's job, and she's not here.
True. Yeah. All right, guys. Going once, going twice. Living with the land is moving on. All right. Next one. Happily Ever After or Peter Pan's Flight. Let's talk this one out, Mary Ellen.
Okay, talk.
I really put the
I
burden
want to
on
hear
you,
your
didn't I?
take on it.
Well, the question of being inspiring is, these are 2 different kinds of rides, right?
Yes.
And Happily Ever After, of which everybody in here is a bigger fan of it than me. Just being honest, because I'm just not a nighttime show person like that, except for Epcot's. It's all about inspiring. The whole thing is inspiring. But Peter Pan's Flight, I love as a ride, and it makes you part of a great movie when you're flying. I'm not helping, but
Happily Ever After.
you're going Happily Ever After.
I love
Okay.
Peter Pan too.
Yeah.
But
Okay, well, Nathan is agreeing with you, Happily Ever After. This is one of the ones where Peter Pan is a great nostalgic ride, but inspiring, I'd say Happily Ever After. I mean, I cannot disagree with you all. I gotta say. And Janie's going to say Peter Pan at Disneyland. Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I don't really remember what the difference with that is. Do you know Disneyland's? I'm assuming
No.
it probably is better. All right, John's sub to our theme live. Peter Pan says, John. Now, Mike says, I love Happily Ever After because of the music and how loving the whole show is. It sort of personifies the Disney nostalgia and feelings. Okay, so I'll take that as a vote for Happily Ever After. Jim also Happily Ever After. Rachel says Happily Ever After. And so there we go. I'm going to agree. Happily Ever After, definitely moving on. Not surprised.
For this category.
Yeah, for this category. Okay. Ooh, 2 rides, 2 dark rides. Pirates of the Caribbean or Rise of the Resistance. Inspiring.
Oh gosh.
John says Pirates. Janie says Pirates. You know, Mary Ellen, what you and I have the opportunity to do here is really expound on our answers. And so, in 30 words or more, I want you to expound on this.
Okay, I've never been on Rise. I've seen it.
That's right.
But I've never been on Rise.
Well, all the votes are coming in for Pirates. Mike's saying
I'm going to go with Pirates too.
Okay. All right, Michelle. Thank you. Rise. It is tough. Nick's also saying Pirates. Okay. I feel
you love Rise.
I love Rise more than oh, is that true? Okay, here's the deal. If I had to get rid of one of these rides, maybe that'd be a good bracket challenge. I would honestly get rid of Rise, and I would keep Pirates. And I'll tell you, Pirates is such a classic. It's done so well. It's light and airy and fun and it's funny and it's Rise of the Resistance is an experience unlike any other attraction. But hey, we got Dean the Turkey Legster here. Hello, Dean.
Hi, Dean.
Nice to have you here. He was
I
on
get
with
excited every time I get on Pirates, and I've been on it a million times.
yeah. Mike says got to give the slight edge to Pirates, although Rise was amazing and set a new bar for technological progress for Disney rides.
True.
See, that's what I was trying to say is, it's 15 plus minutes of sheer amazement. But when it comes to what is going to inspire me more, I think it's going to be Pirates. And obviously, Pirates is moving on anyway. So Nathan voted for Pirates. Rachel saying hi to Dean. And all right, Dean the Turkey Legster, just for grins, do you want to throw in your vote? Pirates is our favorite ride, but Rise is inspiring to me, says Michelle. Huh. Okay. I get that.
I can see it.
Yeah. Mary Ellen, the next time you get down there, you're going to wait in line. It'll be worth it.
No matter how long it takes.
Well, I hear standby now on that is not bad.
Don't they have a single rider line?
They do have single rider. I heard that.
I would do single rider.
Yeah, why not? All right. Pirates moving on, and I think we're coming to the last one here. And I look at this one, and for me, this one is also tough. But Spaceship Earth or It's a Small World?
I am going Spaceship Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Dean did vote, and he said to keep Pirates. So we're on the same page. Hard to see Rise of the Resistance go, but all right. Here we go. One vote in for Spaceship Earth, and now we got a vote for Small World from Nathan. We got Spaceship Earth from Nick. We got Spaceship Earth from Mike. No doubt about it, I'm Spaceship Earth. Seeing it from a distance is inspiring, let alone riding it.
Yeah.
Spaceship Earth is Jim. Looks like it's going to be a runaway. Keep Spaceship Earth as Dean. Small World says Michelle. There's a case to be made as to say Small World is great for the kiddos, says Mike. Yeah, and that it is extremely inspiring because of the message.
Yes.
All right, I like this. Rachel, Pirates inspired movies from the attractions, whereas Rise was inspired from films. Yeah, that's right. I feel the jump Pirates had to make was more monumental. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah. All right. Well, Rachel, what's your vote on Spaceship Earth versus It's a Small World? Oh, she's going with Small World. Yep, she's got little kiddos. All right, let me count them. You were Spaceship Earth, right?
Yes.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Spaceship Earth, and Small World we got 1, 2, 3. So Spaceship Earth, moving on. All right, guys, that is that, except I do have a hot topic, and this is just more of a going on right now. You want to guess what my hot topic is, Mary Ellen?
Are you trying to stir the pot?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And you did say you were going to talk about it.
Yes, I did. So, yeah, as we depart and we keep our thoughts and prayers for those like Jim and others who are in the path of this hurricane, which is growing in strength, and they're saying Category 4. Are you in the path of the hurricane? And if you are, Well, we can all send you some positive thoughts and prayers your way. So um, that is the question.
Nathan said no.
Nathan is a no. Uh, that should be a new series name, Stirring the Pot with Dean. Well, Mike, to explain, what I did one night, this is what happened. I had made a controversial topic when I was in a bad mood one day, and I didn't really plan on putting it on, and then I forgot what I had left it at, and then we needed one one night, and I slapped her in there. It wasn't horrible, was it?
No.
It was about responding to social media, and there was a news item that made me ticked off. So, stay safe, everyone, says Rachel. Yes, amen
Yes.
to that. Great show. Thanks. Stay safe, everyone. We are in New York. Oh, okay. Well, Michelle, glad to hear you're not. And John, we of course know you're up in the East as well. All right, Dean, I'm in East Central Florida. We'll get the outer bands, but not the worst of it. Okay. And Jim saying, oops, it jumped. Not in the path, but we are expecting tropical storm force winds. Okay. So it doesn't sound like you're having to board up your windows or anything. Janie B sending positive thoughts and prayers. Well, that's great.
Yes.
And all right. All right. And then what does Mike say here? We're in Savannah, so we sort of are with this one, but doesn't look like it will be too bad for us. Okay. Janie B has a nephew in the path. Okay. All right. Well, my sister, who I've been waiting for a text from, oh, no, she didn't, lives in Cape Coral, and I don't know what it's like there, but that's right there in the Gulf, right?
Uh-huh.
So I would think it could be bad. She's literally on the water.
But she's
So
further south, right?
yeah, she's very south.
This is supposed to hit like
Up to
the
Louisiana, right?
armpit of
Yeah.
Florida.
Okay. All right. Well, stay safe, everyone. It is the top of the hour, or 2 minutes left. Mary Ellen, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean.
We only have 4 attractions to vote for next week. We'll have to somehow make it interesting, don't you think?
Maybe you could show little clips of each ride.
Nathan's asking if we're a married couple.
Oh, Nathan, no.
We are not, but it's a fair question. Josh and Jenna get that all the time.
That's true. We're just very good friends.
We are, and I am married as well, and Mary
I'm a
Ellen has
widow, but I have a boyfriend.
she does. Freddie.
Freddie. He
Freddie,
lives in Ireland.
if you're there, not Freddie
Freddie, you better
FR07.
be sleeping.
Yeah, we hope you're sleeping. And don't call yourself Freddie FR07. Thank you, Dean, for coming. Bad storm surge for Cape Coral. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I will have to look into that. I know that they did board up their windows. So thank you, Nick. Thank you for being here. Jim says students at Florida State University in Tallahassee staying on campus. I heard Tallahassee was in the path or being
Yikes.
herded into the Civic Center. Ugh, gosh. That does not sound like fun. Thank you, Mike. Awesome stream, guys. Look forward to more streams in the future. As you as well. We look forward
Thanks,
to.
Mike. We're excited to see you.
Yeah, it was really a nice treat. So, all right, Mary Ellen, thank you very much. We shall end this now.
Have a nice week, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.